Oh, what's going on? We live, baby. Let me fix my baby. Okay, y'all can see, I got a little ring light. I'm starting to get my YouTube self together, okay? Because we leveling up all 2021. Like, I don't know what y'all thought it was. Can't be stagnant around this thing. So I do want to wait just a little bit until people come in. It's not gonna be, I'm trying not to make this too long because I like to talk. And I still gotta do my exercise and workout and stuff. But hi everybody who's all coming in. Okay. Get some more water, H2O. I wanted to make this video, hey y'all. I wanted to make this video about okay, why you must create reality. Okay. I was inspired by this video, but from a sheer star goddess. She had a video called Why You Must Manifest. And it started to get me thinking, and stuff started clicking, and how I move about my life. So some of the stuff she was saying, it's just like I kind of already experienced it. So I'm like, it's a good idea. Okay. So why you must manifest. Okay. First and foremost, according to Sheer 7, which is very true, if you don't manifest or create your own reality, basically it'll be like, the way she described it was like taking like rolling dice, like literally taking a chance and allowing life to hand you whatever it chooses. Okay. And you don't want to be someone who's a victim to a circumstance or just takes what life gives them. Okay. You kind of, ain't nobody gonna want the things that you want more than you. So you have to kind of really take reality and take control of your own life and really decide, really manifest or plan out or ask yourself, hey self, what is it that I want to see while I'm here on earth and living. Okay. Because like I said, as you know, I with my content, I try not to be like, what there is a war on Black people globally, all around the world. Has been for about a couple thousand years now, but that's okay because it's wrapping up. But so I don't really try to use my content, use my platform to basically tell y'all some shit that y'all already know. What I really want to do, especially with current events and stuff, we know what's going on. Like, we know everything was going on, with, COVID and political issues and, things dealing with the government and things like that. So that's a no-brainer. We all can see in reality what's going on. We all can see what's happening. So my goal, what I like to do is I like to really teach y'all how to really take control of your life and not be a victim, like I said, to circumstances, what I was telling earlier. So this is why it's kind of important to manifest the life that you want. So you won't become victim of the world circumstances or what the world wants you to do or what the type of world, the type of life the world wants you to live. Okay. So that's really what my main thing on my platform. Like, it's not like, I'm encouraging all melanin people around the world, which I do that anyway, but I just let you know the power that what you seek, what you want to do is all within you. Okay. And even with manifesting, with creating my own life, I'm starting to see that, just me moving around and me leaving the last chapter of my life, how I was really nervous and scared. However, I see the power of manifestation, and I know that I'm okay. Not because of, spirit, not because, well, yes, because of spirit, my spirit guides, but because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you create the world that you want based on not only your emotional world, not only the mental world first, but then your emotional world. That's one thing I'm learning about manifesting too. So if you don't create the life that you want, you'll just be taking a gamble or be taking a chance into not experiencing the things that you desire. Or compared to somebody who is manifesting, they'll probably, since what they want is in alignment with you. For example, let's say you work in a job and somebody else wants a position around your job or wants a position at your building. Because somebody else is manifesting it on a certain frequency and you're not, that might cause you to basically either lose your job or be transferred to somebody else or somewhere else, because somebody else is already raising their frequency to get in your seat and above, or trying to work around you, you know, something involving you involves their manifestation, and their manifestation might require you to leave or exit, you know, out the life that you had planned for yourself, okay, because that person's manifesting. Okay, so also manifestation is survival. To me, it's a survival mechanism. Not like survival where not in a 3D way where you gotta scrape, you know, it's just survival and there's not enough, but to the point of survival, meaning living the life that you deem fit for yourself, okay, instead of letting the world or circumstances determine that for you. Okay, then also I was also thinking about this too, like it's important that you create your own reality, because um all these changes are happening on Earth because the planet is raised in its frequency. So it's not really global warming. I hate when people fucking say that, but this is like the this is like the you know, what humans can box it in as. So it's not really global warming, it's just the Earth's tectonic plates are shifting. They do this every 2,500 years. So, you know, I kind of don't see why it's a big deal, because this is not the first time Earth has done this. So Earth is going through these many changes and people are acting crazy, and then things are being revealed into our circumstances, because, you know, like I said, our planet is traveling through another constellation that's more the photons from that constellation, from the Aquarian constellation, are really high charged. So all that electricity and the photons are hitting the planet. So literally all the things behind the veil are being revealed. Okay, it's like, you know, plugging something in and then it literally illuminates everything. So literally the old world that we thought that was true, you know, the whole American dream of working, going to school, paying taxes, and dying, we're now realizing that there's more to life, okay, because we're getting hit with those photons. All right, so so when you're manifest, I feel like if everybody was to be on a manifestation tip, we'll kind of be in alignment with the planet, and that'll kind of be kind of our whole purpose right now. Because if you don't, literally your life depends on some type of higher frequency involving. Okay, so a lot of people are dying now because they're not matching the frequency that the planet is taking you for. Like I explained with my photons video last summer, if when you electricity if in order for you not to get electrocuted, okay, you need to be vibrating at the same frequency as a voltage. So let's say a power line. So a lot of people, a lot of things get shocked by a power line because they're vibrating lower than, you know, the voltage streaming through that power line. But from some magical reason, like if, for example, you're static shock or somebody, you're vibrating the same voltage, or somehow you allow electronic currencies to flow through your body that matches the same frequency as that voltage, then, you know, you're matching that frequency. So no electrocution, right? No harm is done. So it's the same thing is going on now. If you're not actually because manifestation requires you to be in a basically in a higher energy setting. You know what I'm saying? You already know how to do. Y'all know that energy is everywhere. Like literally your, what they call your aura, really your whole biofield needs to be raised, so you can manifest it, so you can keep it to the same frequency of the planet, so you won't basically either die or so you won't either die, or so you won't either you know, kind of be at a frequency or live a certain life that you don't want to live because you're not keeping up with the frequency of the planet. So literally manifestation allows you to amplify your biofield to create the life that you want to live. So if everybody on the planet is doing this, everybody's at least raising their biofield or raising their electric field, your aura, in correlation to the planet, therefore causing, you know, sustainability where Earth is taking us. Okay, so that's extremely important. I know I'm learning the hacks of manifestation. I've seen it so far with me being in Atlanta. That's why magic is important, because magic is a form of manifestation. Like the law of attraction, when people say things like that, law of attraction is basically a watered down, it's basically chaos magic, okay, without any utensils. So when you are doing magic, it is fun to do magic. But the ultimate goal in doing magic and actually creating reality is to do it without tools. So yes, you can use your candles. Yes, you can use your sage, your crystals, and all things like that, or any other magical items. But the whole goal is to be a shaman. A shaman doesn't need materials to actually do magic up in the world, okay? So literally, manifestation, your survival depends on manifestation, basically. Because if you're not doing, I keep telling you, if you're not doing nothing, you're not raising your frequency on the planet doesn't need you anymore. Like, why are you here? The planet doesn't really have any use for you, okay? So just even the smallest things. And I know it makes you contradictory because there's things like, for example, Texas had a snowstorm and, you know, their power went out, so they were without power. So it's really hard to create your reality when you don't have the basic tools that you need to do so. However, I do know some people who really made the best of it, and some people who really got through it effortlessly, at least being on some type of higher vibration. So really, that's pretty much it. Like, like that's pretty much all I really came here to say. Manifestation is a must for survival. If you want to survive, if you want to at least make it into the new world, or kind of the rift between the old world where things were done in a certain system, and like the government was taking control over our reality and things like that, now to this new world where, you know, things are being a little more basically the impossible is happening. I'm noticing that. I don't know what it is about the winter solstice, but something definitely changed after the winter solstice. I feel like the impossible is now possible, basically. And if you're not taking advantage of that, then really, what are you doing? And I know, like I said, life is hard, but it's just like, and I've had to realize this too. Nobody is going to be, nobody is going to want the life that you want for yourself more than you. Like, I have to really think about that. Like, now that I'm in this new chapter of life, now that I've actually established some type of foundation of what I want my life to look like and what I want to achieve, nobody's going to be your number one than you. Nobody can give you like life advice about your life. Nobody can push you or motivate you or inspire you to really vibrate high and to have things come to you that you really desire. Anything that you want, you can really have. So nobody's going to push you. Nobody's going to convince you that you are worthy than yourself. And even then, I think the block with manifestation that I had was self-worthiness. Okay. Being worthy of what is it that you want to manifest. And before you can even start to, I realized, like, you have to, that's why shadow work is so important, because shadow work is, you're literally cleansing yourself of your old belief systems. You're literally cleansing yourself, or you're literally making peace and understanding that the things that happened to you in your past didn't have anything to do with you. The only thing that matters is right now kind of what you want to do to improve your quality of life, okay? And like I said, shadow work and feeling unworthy of your manifestation, that can really get to the blockage of it. So this is why people be pushing shadow work, but nobody explains why. Because when your heart is heavy from things that done to you in the past, because you have to, because a lot of people think that the things that happened to them in the past were their fault or a reflection of them. But you have to understand that, I keep telling y'all, people are their own people. They're, you know, with their own mind, who was raised by different parents. People are their own individualistic people dealing with their own stuff, okay? Dealing with their own trauma, and then those people inflict trauma on you, okay? So the things that people done to you in the past, you kind of have to realize that it didn't have anything to do with you. It's just a reflection of them, and you just got caught in a crossfire, whether it's your parents, friends, exes, relationships, and things like that. So this is why shadow work is stressed so much, but it'll tell you why. It's because if you're trying to manifest something new, if you want to really create a life that you want, or if you have a desire and you know you can obtain that desire, but for some reason you have feelings of a worthiness still stuck in your heart from, like I said, your father abandoning you, the things that your mother said to you when you were a child, those things can have an effect on the psychological process, and they can even express to manifest as feelings of unworthiness. So when you're like, hey, you know, one day I would like to be a millionaire who owns a business, and I want 6 cars, and I want this and this and that, or whatever it is that you want. Like I said, my vision and y'all vision are different. You know, what really blocks that is you don't feel worthy of it. Okay. So that's why a lot of people are blocking their manifestation. Why I did too. Like I said, I'm still working on it. But a lot of things that I do set intention on, I'm learning how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning how to do it, and I'm reading my old beliefs, and I can see things I manifest come to me. For the most part, I say 90% of everything that I've asked for, I've gotten. So it's just like, once you manifest something small, like start off with something small to manifest. Start off with something really more obtainable. And then once you actually obtain those things, you know, your power gets built back up. Your confidence gets built back up. So from those little things, you can manifest larger things. Okay. Because literally the world is really yours right now. It doesn't seem like it, because, you know, that's why be careful with we living in a world right now where it's 2 different groups of people on the planet living 2 different states of reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like one group of people is like the 3Ders, the lower vibrational people, and then the other group of people is like people who manifest in their reality, who are making plans and not really, you know, worry about what the government's doing, and not like I said, not worried about it. We're like ignoring it or being oblivious. But I mean, you know, not worrying about it being oblivious, but just figuring out what they're going to do instead of what the world wants them to do. Okay, so that's it. It's just I'm reading your comments. Excuse me. So I don't know. Anyway, it really is good to be back. Blah 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 blah. I can't talk. I'm not about to be a head ass and blame it on Mercury retrograde, but I will attribute some of it to it. Shadow work can you build the courage to change yourself in an environment? Absolutely right. Yeah, and your environment has a lot to do with it. So if your environment is not conducive, make your own world. Like I said, it's just make your own space. Be a universe. Like, you're a universe on your own. Like, I can see, like, that's how I view myself. I'm literally a portal. And I can tell, you know, just even be in my own space or how I interact with people. You just have to be your own vortex, be your own portal. Another thing that goes into manifestation too, which I completely negated, and I had a realization. Probably gonna make a video on this. Emotions matter. Me being someone who's was slightly disconnected to emotions, really didn't understand how to process emotions, because, you know, my mind will be telling me one thing, but then it'll be an inner disturbance that'll just, you know, that I thought I could get rid of with logic. So now some things you can get rid of with logic, but emotions are meant to be felt. So now I'm learning the value of emotions, and the value of emotions is key in manifestation. Because at first I was trying to just think about stuff all the time, but my inner world, how I was feeling inwardly, it wasn't in correspondence with it wasn't in correspondence with that. Okay, so I had to really realize that's why emotions are important. So this is why the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, are indeed very, very, very important, because water signs or emotions or the cup suit in the tarot, emotions are literally, you need them secondhand to manifest. Or even your emotions can really determine your vibration. Basically, like, if you're feeling fearful, you're going to, hi, teacher, what's up? If you're feeling fearful, then you're going to attract things that induce that fearfulness, okay? But if you feeling prosperous, if you feeling abundant, and I realize even that's one thing I try to manifest too, abundance. Because humans want two things. There's two things in life that humans want when they do magic or manifestation or whatever. They want money or love, okay? So even in those two, you kind of have to be emotionally in alignment to get what you want. So for example, dealing with money and abundance. If you want more money, you cannot feel that money is scarce, okay? Obviously be responsible with money, but you can't feel like, damn, I used my card to spend $30 on this. Like, no, it's just, you can't, if you want more money, you can't be like that. You really can't, because you're sending that emotional signal that you're sending out is going to continue to attract things where that will continue to be in that scarcity mindset. Like, if you want to supersize something, okay? I had watched a video of this girl. She was just like, every time I'm at Starbucks, I always wonder, do I have an extra couple of dollars to get a bigger drink? And she was just like, the more I live in that reality, the more things come up. She was just like, the more I'm worried about, can I pay for something, the more bills, unexpected bills come up, or unexpected charges come up, or, where she has to spend more money. But she was just like, if you can afford to get that extra supersize, or that extra, that extra cup, or that extra, whatever, that supersize to that meal. She said, that's abundance. That's a form of abundance. Knowing that, yes, I can afford to get that supersized meal because I live in abundance. And once you start to think that way, life changes, okay? And I can definitely attest to that. We'll be in Atlanta. Like I said, Atlanta has been a testing ground to see what can I do, and what can I achieve. And so far, so good. I made a testament that I wanted to lose weight. So I've been losing weight. I've been doing like these workouts that specifically target my abs, and shit going down. And I'm very happy. I did do like a spell to kind of push that forward, so I'm kind of seeing the spell come through. But the spell with the exercising that I'm doing every day completely changed my life. So yeah, so it's just how you feel, your emotions, and manifestation. Those work hand in hand too. I realize emotions are not completely useless this whole time. And this is what about being a teacher. This is why being the student is always imperative, because it was a point in time where I thought I knew everything. And I was really worried about, okay, what else am I going to know? Like, I already know how to, I know about this. I know about occultism. I know about this type of metaphysics. I know about what these crystals do. I know how to do candle magic. I know how to do this type of magic. So I felt like I didn't know anything else to do. However, I did have a realization that emotions do matter. Me being an air sign, me being a Gemini, don't really do well with emotions. Emotions are very difficult for me to process because my mind literally moves on very fast. Like, if it logically doesn't make sense, I try not to invest emotion in it. But it'll be times where my emotional nature and my mental nature are on two different parallels. They're feeling two different things, and that creates an imbalance. And you can't manifest anything if you have an imbalance. So it's just that. So you have to create your own reality out here, or somebody will create it for you. You have to determine what type of life you want to live, or somebody is going to determine what type of life that you want to live. And you're going to be a victim of circumstances through life if you do not grab your life by the horns and write down, or even say, or even visualize what is it, the type of life that you want to live. Okay, because somebody will do it for you. All right. And your emotional nature does play a role in manifestation, okay? Because emotions are kind of what generate they generate the aura field, what they call it. I like to call it a biofield. I don't like to call it the aura. Sounds too commercial. So it does affect your biofield. So yeah, that's all I do on this channel. That's all I do on my platform. I like to tell people how to take control of their own lives and not depend on anybody or any other circumstances to do so. And then too, you know, it's kind of, like I said, two different groups of people here on this planet living two different realities. Like, I had briefly watched the video. It was a Christian man, and you know, he was just like basically how, you know, if you're Christian, you shouldn't be doing manifestation because it's against God's work and God's will. And, you know, I'm just looking through the comments, and really the comments are very are people who live life through circumstances. Like, one person was like, well, if it's not in God's will, you really should be praying or manifesting something that's not in God's will. It's just like, there are really people out here who really who give their power away to an entity or a deity they have never seen, but they're going to let that entity or deity determine their life path. And that's just crazy to me. But to each his own. I remember, like, maybe last year I was having a conversation with my mom. She was just like, well, and she was talking about jobs and stuff like that, considering moving jobs, what she should do next in her career. My mother's very successful, so whatever she wants to do, she's going to be very successful at it. But nonetheless, you know, what kind of bothered me was she was just like, well, you know, if God want me to stay, if it's God's will to want me to stay, I'll stay. I'm like, the fuck what God wants you to do? What do you want to do? Because obviously you're not happy. So if God's will was to involve you not like doing something that didn't make you happy, is that a life worth living, to serve a deity that you feel like this is his will but you're not happy? I can't live life like that. And it's honestly kind of, and this is what I'm saying too, there are people who are not engaging in manifestation and who are not living the life that they're really planning or visualizing to live. So this is your perfect opportunity to be like, all right, if you ain't get off the pot, okay? Like, if you ain't doing it, somebody else will, okay? So, and that kind of actually makes me think that, you know, this type of energy, this type of frequency is special because it's not meant to be shared with everyone. Because, like I said, there are people who are not comfortable with living life on their own. There are people who are not comfortable in taking their own life by the horns and letting a deity run their life, when that deity don't even experience what we experience down here, okay? So, good old Sky Daddy, that's what I like to call him. So, to each his own. So, knowing that fact that people just are okay living their life to chance or to their Sky Daddy's will, that should be motivation for you to be like, all right, cool, let me just slide on in here and and get that $1 million home since you don't want it. So no, because it's really people out here that think like that, which is, like I said, why the wealthy stay wealthy, is because they believe they deserve it. They know they deserve it, you know. So it's like I said, it's certain people out who live their lives like that. Like, certain people who literally wake up, have no worries in the world. If you're working for a company, I'm sure that CEO, yeah, he keeps track of what's going on in the company, but that CEO probably like vacationing in Turkey or somewhere while you checking in 9 to 5, 5 days a week, only get 2 days off. And this man, the man that you're working for, the CEO of the company, he don't clock into nobody. He doesn't wake up, oh, I got to be to work on time, I got to get my coffee. Like, no. And maybe that's just how I'm starting to think. And as I talk it more, maybe just simply just how life is. People just don't believe they deserve better. And that's okay. But, you know, right now, if you're watching this and you reincarnated at the perfect time, like, I feel like I was born at the perfect time to experience this energy, because literally I can literally create heaven on earth if I choose to, which I will, which I am already doing. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, that just blows my mind. It's crazy to me. So people like to live their life up to chance. Let them do it. But I know I'm gonna get what I want. I'm so excited. Don't work hard for the money, make the yes sir. That's my motto right there. Don't work hard for because I feel like, and even then, like I said, a lot of my life path is based on money and how to deal with money. So I think and I think that's one reason why I came down here on Earth too, is because like I said, I think I mastered metaphysics, or really affluent in metaphysics, or understand it into some concept. Even if I don't study it, like I can read something I never studied before and it makes sense. People be looking at money wrong. And I'm even starting to change my thing with money. Like, money is just energy. It really is. Like, every time I spend something, I'll always be like, okay, well, I'm going to make it back because money is an energy. So yeah, never chase money. Make money chase you. Make the bag chase you. Money loves. Or even if you're trying to get inspired to get more money, I listen to music. That I listen to music that inspires me to make more money, or that inspires me in an abundance mindset. Like Gucci Mane, love Gucci Mane. Y'all know Young Dolph, my favorite rapper. I love Young Dolph because Young Dolph makes me want to get money. Like, the way he talks is the life I want to live. Like, smoking in a jacuzzi with a couple little bad things, you know, and they thongs and stuff like that. That sounds very nice. Young Dolph talking about, if I take you out, it's $1 million a day. Alrighty. I like that. Or like how Gucci Mane says, it's a song called Money Pling by Gucci Mane that I love because it's such an abundant song. He was just like, you know, any music that talks about money. So it could be, I don't know, they've been talking about money for the past, obviously, decades of music. So whatever song that you like that specifically talks about money. Like I said, I'm using hip hop because I like a lot of rappers. And you know what's funny? Before I moved to Atlanta, I was already listening to their rappers anyway. So I feel like I was going to be here anyway. Like, everybody that I listen to on a regular basis is from Atlanta. So, but yeah, so like I said, it's a million ways to manifest. And I know a lot of humans, a lot of humans want money. Yes, Dolph. A lot of humans want money. So it depends on how you look at money. Money is energy. So if you live in lack, or if you think in lack, it's just certain things you got to do to program yourself. I realize having a cleaner space allows room for money. Eating well has a room for money. Exercising, that's why I've been exercising, get my body moving, get my body circulating, because I realized after I exercise, I think different. Free Hood. Oh, that's a different story for a different time. Hood Rich Papa One. Hood Rich is going to jail. Okay, Hood Rich Pablo Juan is going to jail. I love Hood Rich. I do. But when you got a RICO case on you, that's something completely different. Like, you got a RICO case? I've seen Sons of Anarchy. Like, a RICO case, that's serious. So hang in there, brother. But anyway, but yeah, so it's certain things that you can do to track money. Move your body. Eat more greens. Have a cleaner space to allow prosperity to come in. Because if you have a space, and that's one thing I do appreciate about the military, the fact of cleanliness. Okay, cleanliness, and in your space allows for more money to flow. Promise you. Because having a cluttered room or having a cluttered space, it's kind of a reflection of your mind. So if there's clutter in your vicinity, there's clutter in your mind. So how you gonna attract more money, attract that energy when you don't have a end source? You don't have a clean end source for it to come through. Okay. Money is infinite, y'all. That's what I think I'm realizing. Money is very infinite. Money is not going nowhere. Money circulates 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days out the year. Okay. So it just depends on what you want. I know I don't mean to make this money based, but you know, I like money. Don't we all like money? So I'm experimenting with that, and like I said, just manifesting more money and really manifesting the life I want to live. I see it. Okay. Because if I was still in certain paradigms, I would be stagnant. You know, I wouldn't be, you know, living the life of, you know, kind of when I want to live. Like I'm seeing just, or even just a little step, even just a little programs in your mind. Subconsciously, if you really believe that you deserve it, you really want it, you'll see life will start to move. Because literally, there's no right or wrong. Okay, there's no right or wrong. Uh, if you woke up today and was like, hey, I want to be homeless today. Okay. Universe, spirit, or you're going to attract situations that are going to put you in situations that make you homeless. But if you're just like, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to have this, I want to have that, or I want to live this certain lifestyle, you're going to attract things that are going to, be conducive to that. So it's really no right or wrong. That's really why it's really no right decision or wrong decision. It's just what you do with it. Okay, now there are certain things, like I said, outside of your control that happens, but it's how you respond to those. It's how you respond to those. What do you call those? Those stimulus. That stimulus. In your environment. Okay. So you must manifest, or somebody else to do it for you, or you'll end up with a life that you don't like. You're laying up to your next to your wife. She built like a washing machine, you know what I'm saying? And then all of like you really wanted to marry this girl, but society deemed that wrong, or your parents deemed that wrong. So really you have many lives. It just depends on where you are in your evolution. But in this life, currently right now, you watching this right now, and no matter how young, old you may be, it is not too late to stop. Yeah, so washing machine. Do some bitches be like washing machines? It's not too late to start actually creating the life that you want. I'm telling you, now is the perfect time to do it. Yeah, it's kind of like no excuses at this point. And I'm talking to me too. Like, it's a life I want to live. I want to be a certain somebody. I want to have a certain amount of power. I want to be with a partner with a certain amount of power, who has all these attributes. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. So polygyny is in my reality. See, brother, there you go. All right now. More than one woman. That's what I'm talking about. So if you want to polygyny, if you want to engage in polygyny, then go ahead and do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your desire. Okay. I forgot, Tyrone, you did just have a birthday. Aquarius season is over. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Happy birthday. Well, belated birthday, Tyrone. But yeah, that's all I came on here to say. I didn't want nothing. And I wanted to show you my face and let y'all know that I am still doing readings and all the things like that. So make sure y'all, or if you have emailed me and I didn't get to your email, y'all know, please email me again. But all my information and stuff is in my bio and stuff. So, and like I said, readings have been helping me to connect to myself, helping other people. So that's why I do them. I love doing them. Like I said, I'm getting to a point I don't even need cards no more to do readings. So I don't know. I mean, unless y'all got some questions, I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle on out here and cook me something to eat or go out to eat. I do look good, I don't want to just look good for y'all. I want to look good for the world. I am in a new, like I said, being in a new city. I am in a new city. Like I said, it was very scary. But I love Atlanta, and Atlanta loves me. Like, I get so much attention out here. Like, it's to the point, like, I don't even do it on purpose. Like, for example, it's a little plaza right there, a little beauty supply store, a little Family Dollar, for my convenient needs, it's a store right there. So I'll go up there looking raggedy as ever. I already got a sugar daddy, y'all. Like, my rent paid. Somebody paid my rent. Well, most of it. I still got to get the rest of it, but most of my rent paid for all of March, and I just met a man, like, so, Atlanta has been very, and I can see why they probably started calling this Atlantis. Like black people, especially black women, are very successful here, very successful, and I love it. Like, I'm loving it right now. Like, they love me. Like I said, I got love. Don't get me wrong. I got love in San Diego. Me living in San Diego was, I love San Diego. That's always gonna be my home. But it was just different. Like, I got attention out there too, you know, and I appreciated being but it's something different about it here. Hi, Bossy Bree. But it's something different about being in Atlanta, and I love it. And I can see why they call it Atlantis, because this land does feel magical for the melanated. Like, it does feel magical for the melanated. So I would definitely say that. But I love it here. I feel like the seeds are being planted, and I feel like I'm going to be very successful here. Like I said, I just got to get over my own fears of self-doubt and second guessing. But I know I'll be okay. So far, like I said, everybody been loving me, honey. Because of my hella Afro black womaness. Yeah, you can see that thing from a while away, Tyrone. Yo, shit. I'm catching up to you, though. My fro going in, but I know you know what video I'm talking about. But yeah, and I also want y'all to, I don't know. I just want y'all to be the best version of yourselves. Like, this is why I do this. I want y'all to not reincarnate here. That's my goal. That's my hope for y'all. I hope that y'all don't reincarnate here. So I'm going to do my best to give you the tools that I know from on my path. Because like I said, a lot of things about me are changing. A lot of my world is changing. I'm losing people. I'm gaining people. I'm experiencing. So when am I moving in? Oh no, honey. You a man asking me when you move in with me? Child, please. Y'all must not know who I am. Anyway. If y'all don't get anything from me, I just really want y'all to get fuck. I really would like y'all to get the tools that you need from me to be the best version of you. Okay? So as I learn through my own path, and you know, as I be the entity that I want to be unapologetically, and come into my own sense of self, I want you all to do the same, and I want you all to know that you all are very powerful. Through manifestation, you can change the world. Okay, you're not changing the world. I keep telling y'all, you can't change the world by talking to other people. You change the world by changing yourself. And then once you change yourself, that's when you meet other people. Yes, Luciferian. Yes, I am. Yes, I am a Luciferian. That has a negative connotation, but that's the closest thing I can put to human kind. I seen your transcript of my second book. Okay. But yeah, that's really my that's the closest thing I can basically describe myself in any human religion is Luciferianism. Luciferianism, oh my God, because I hate when people classify like they say the elites or powers that be are just Satanists who do. They're not even Satanists. They're just people who stole knowledge or stole information about magic from black people from Egypt and Mesopotamia, who are just using it against the world. Like the same shit that you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like these people have really, and it blows my mind. These people have really reconstrued reality to the point where they're putting like things about, you know, the virus and like they putting that shit in shows. Like they put it in like, you know, new CSI shows, or not even like not reality shows, but like new CSI shows or things like that. Like they really change reality. Why? Because they know the information that I'm telling y'all. They think on a very cosmic level. That's how they're able to control the world. Yes, I did see American Gods season 3. I'm all caught up. So I've been seeing every episode since it came out. Yes, that does make sense. In American Gods, the world, Mr. World, that's his name. Mr. World turns into a black woman. And I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand it because black women are it. They're trending. So they're telling you this shit all in these, they're telling you this. They're putting a lot of stuff in media that people need to pay attention to, but people are not really paying attention to. Like just little stuff like that. Or like dang, it's some other stuff too. I can't even think of it on the top of my head right now. But a lot of things dealing with melanin, they be telling, because I had saw something the other day, and I'm just like, yeah, they're talking about us. They're talking about the melanin people, but melanated people. But yes, in American Gods, Mr. World did transform himself into a black woman. I love what they did with, yeah, me too. So yeah, they're telling you all the stuff that's going on. Basically, their 400 years is up. Did you know 400 years? I think because when did slavery start in America? Slavery actually happened in America, or the slave trade started, I think, in like the 1600s. 16, or was it the 4? I don't remember. Somewhere between. No, it might be 1600s. Officially, yeah, officially 1600. Yeah. So those 400, mind you, you know how they say black people would be cursed for 400 years? Where this 400 years is up. 2021, the 400 years ended in 2020. And I'm starting to see, that's why I keep telling y'all to manifest what y'all want, because there are melanated people getting what they want. For example, I've seen black women have been doing their thing in terms of business. I seen it was this news report about this black man. This house had went in foreclosure. The house is really worth $3,000. I forgot, it's somewhere in Texas or somewhere in the South. The house was really worth $300,000, but he ended up getting it for $16,000 because it's some law. It has been foreclosed and nobody's claiming it. The owner isn't there. Nobody's living there. So he's about to really in the process of getting a house for $16 because it's some law in Texas that allows you to claim a foreclosed property even if you are squatting in it. But he's on it, and the owner is not refuting anything. He's been living there for some time. So it's just little stuff like that. So I be seeing the impossible happen. And it's reality, and you can manifest anything that you want to do. You want to do. The only thing that's stopping you is your mindset and your old beliefs about what somebody told you about you. Okay? So that's why I be trying to tell you, nothing matters. Nothing matters. There's no, when you die, you know, it's not what you did, it's how you feel about what you did. So there's not going to be anybody coming to you. When you die, you're going to be by yourself. Ain't no angels. Ain't no, you ain't going to be burning nowhere. It's about what you do and how you feel about yourself. Okay? So that's all I be trying to kick it with you, no matter, you know, and all that stuff is really for control. So a lot of, like I said, down here on this reality, you got a lot of fucked up shit happening in this reality. You got people who don't believe that they are worth anything. People still, 2021, people still ain't doing no shadow work. It's people still vibrating low as hell. Don't know nothing from nothing. Can't even talk to them about extraterrestrials. Nothing of substance. It just is what it is with them. So now that you discover a certain type of information, use it, but use it well. And it's okay if everybody don't use it. And it's okay if everybody don't wake up. Or at least get some type of clue. But you will, though. And whatever happens to those people happens to those people. But I think that's why the coronavirus is here. Because people who are passing away from the coronavirus, or who are getting the coronavirus. You never see anybody who's spiritual or vibrating high get the coronavirus. Never. You never heard no monks get no coronavirus. You never seen people who practice spiritual stuff for real. Now, if they do get coronavirus, that means your heart sucks. Your heart, you're not in alignment. You need to be in some type of alignment. And yes, I do believe that virus is mental. Yes, the military knows how powerful the mind is. I was a victim of it. But even when I was in the military, like I said, if I didn't do my research before me going into the military, having my spiritual awakening before, I probably would have got trapped in that matrix too. But yeah, that's all the military teach you to do. The military is just, when you go to boot camp, it's a traumatic experience meant to reprogram your mind. And, you know, I saw a lot of crazy stuff in boot camp. It was just not natural at all. It was just like everybody was robotic. Some people, you know, kept it alive. Some people kept their identities, but most people lost their identities after they got in the military. That's why I had such a hard time, because they expect you to be programmed in the military. But when you have a mind of your own, when you're thinking, they don't like that. It defeats the purpose. So that's why I did do my time in the military, and then I got the hell out. Cause, and on top of that, I feel like I got out the right time too, because, you know, vaccinations are mandatory in the military. One, I didn't want to do another 4 to 6 years taking no more vaccinations. I'm sorry. That's number one. Number two, you already know they was gonna hit you. They was gonna hit me with the COVID vaccine. I'm not. I probably would have lost my job anyway around that time if I did re-enlist and they told me how to take it. Now some people, you know, they doing it by priority, but my job really wasn't priority, so they was going down the ranks. But it was gonna be a minute till I got it. But I'm glad I got out at the right time. I literally got out right before inauguration, which I think was a blessing. Just seeing how the world is and stuff like that and what's still going on, it was a blessing for me to leave at the time that I did leave. So that's how I be saying, like, spirit be looking out, you know. It's either be or spirit. I don't know who it is. I do want, if anybody knows somebody who do a past life reading, let me know. Because I do want to start doing that. I want to figure out who I was really in my past life. You said, damn, 99. That's when I was born. But yeah, so it's just, like I said, the world with the military. The military is purposely meant to reprogram your mind to fit its own agenda. And how they do it is, I might make a separate video on this, but how they do it is they, to keep people in, this is why the ego is some people have weak egos, some people have stronger egos, but the military, in order to keep you in, they'll make you raise an account. They set a standard. They be like, okay, if you want to make this rank, do this. So when you actually make that rank, you feel good about yourself because your ego is stroked, you know. And they be expecting you to, you know, continue that ego stroke, because a lot of people who join the military don't really have identities aside themselves. A lot of people, like for example, a lot of people, if they've done like 20 years in the military, they find it hard to adjust back to regular life or civilian life because they haven't had an identity outside the military. They've been petty officer such and such, or they've been sergeant such and such for 20, 30 years. And now they have no identity. So it be little systems like that. And that kind of makes me upset that the world does do that, because the world does prey on people to not have their own identities. Because even in school, we weren't trained to think outside the box in school. So it was like a setup from the beginning. Like, school was just really meant for you to really get a job. You follow instructions. Like I said, I didn't have a critical thinking class where you actually thought on your own until college. And that's when I took philosophy. But since from kindergarten to when I graduated from high school, and I started to pick up on that too, like, these people, like, the world don't want you to have an identity. And when you do, you become a threat. So, and I kind of noticed that same ideology in the military. Like, a lot of things in the military I noticed in school that they would do. You can't really think outside the box. Like, for example, I was in 3rd grade and we didn't learn cursive till 4th grade. So, you know, we was watching a movie and I'm practicing cursive, not knowing what I'm doing, but at least trying to get better at it. And my teacher told me to stop. Like, bitch, why I gotta stop writing in cursive? I gotta wait till next year to write in cursive? No, if I'm developed, just let me develop on my own. And so, yeah, you just it's just separating you. When you actually wake up and when your actually soul come forth, like, yo, it is very life-changing. And I can see why it gets scary for people, because why people run back to Christianity or Islam, because it's easier, it's safer. Like, because like I said, you can't really, I told y'all this in I think my last 2 videos, when you awaken, you understand, you know, what I vibrate is what I attract. So when something happens in your life that's not really a desirable outcome, then you're responsible for it. You can't be like, you can't blame the devil. You know, you can't blame Lucifer or whoever else you want to blame. It's you, because when you awaken, it's just like, you know, your thoughts and your emotions attract your reality and things, and even the people in your life. So yeah, I see why people be running back, because, and then and it requires a lot of dependent on self and a lot of trusting in yourself, and then the energies around you, whether it's your past relatives or whether it's, you know, I don't know, people work with deities. Sometimes I work with deities, but I don't put them over myself. Y'all know that. So So, but yeah, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but yeah, this world really, the whole world really don't want you to have no identity. And like, and I be thinking about it too, like the powers that be, their plan is diabolical, so I can't even be mad of it. I can't even be mad about it, but you won't get me. I'm playing your little game, you know, I'm playing the game, you know, because we all got normal shit to do, you know, we all got to pay taxes, we all got to pay bills, you know, so that's fine. But, and even then, and like I said, I don't even know what's about to happen in the next couple of years. That's why I'm saying manifest and create the life that you want today, because I don't even know what 15 years it's gonna be like. I don't even know if you're gonna be here. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen. So this moment right now, determine what type of experience that you want to live, or what do you want to experience in this reality, and you can experience it. So fear causes limitations and are often form of lack in the subconscious, and then in the subconscious, your subconscious. I have to realize. I was watching Dreamwise, and that actually kind of makes sense. Your subconscious is really not in the back of your mind. It's in your heart. And then when I rewatched, one of Dreamwise's videos saying that, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, your subconscious is not in the back of your mind. It's not like someplace right here, even though in a way it is, but your heart is everything. So this is why they say, the heart chakra is the most important chakra right now, because it's not because like I said, it's not about holding hands and kumbaya and loving thy neighbor. When somebody slaps you, you turn the other cheek. That's not what we're talking about here. I hate because people are painting it to be that way, and that's not it. The heart chakra is just self-compassion and self-forgiveness. So, like I said, I can tell you to fuck you from the depths of my heart chakra. That doesn't mean, oh, that's hate. No, it's just like, because I feel justified, my heart is light. It's like I said, to keep your heart light, you have to really transmute it and justify it to your own means. That's how you keep your heart light. This is why, narcissists are narcissists. And this is why you got them videos. Do narcissists ever receive karma? No, because they don't give a fuck. Well, you really don't give a fuck in your mind. And that's your subconscious. So you don't really attract those type of things. Exactly. Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is the perfect person. Samurai Jack was in his heart chakra, but that didn't mean, he was fucking with everybody. It's just, okay. So that's why they tell you the heart chakra is the most important path. So keep your heart light, man. Or, I don't know. Should I say that? Or you can, I don't know if I should say that. I don't know what to say. That's one of my secrets, but I ain't about to disclose that. But yeah, I just want y'all to be mindful, and this is just a reminder. So I know somebody did tell me to ask a video about what do you call that? How to balance the material and the physical. Somebody asked me to do a video on that, and I'm still coming up with that, because I still gotta figure out how to put it in. I still gotta figure out how to put it in words, because it's very hard for me to determine it on my. Not determine it on my. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But unless y'all got some questions, I'll wait to see if y'all got some questions. But if not, go get me something to eat, honey. And I'm looking at all your stuff. Okay. Talking about what's the secret. I can't tell you that, because if I told you, I had to kill you. People want to get some imaginary devil control their actions. Very scary. Yeah, that is very scary. Like I said, I watched my grandma do it most of my life. My grandma blamed stuff on the devil that was obviously her fault. But if I was to say something, y'all know how grandmas do. You get popped in the mouth. But I love her dearly. A whole lot of gang shit. I just ate something. Yeah. Oh, but okay, I kind of already answered that question already. But yeah, like I said, Atlanta's good, money's good. It's just readjusting. I gotta get to know a whole new city. Like in the San Diego, I knew where everything was, where to hang out at. I knew people, what the people were like. Here, I'm starting to get adjusted to everything and everybody. But so far, life is very good. I have a lot of time on my hands. Um, I'm comfortable. Um, right now, it's like I have a lot of freedom that I'm not sure what to do with. So I have to use it very wisely because I know me. I like to stir up chaos. Okay. Um, what is your favorite divine archetype to work with? It depends on who you are. I like working with darker entities. Uh, like Lilith. I like working with Lilith or Pampagira. Shout out to Tyrone because I did not know who Pampagira was, so you introduced me to Pampagira, and she has definitely changed my life. But I work with a lot of darker deities, Lilith, Oyas. For if I want some strength, my favorite angel to work with, I love Archangel Michael. He held it down when I was going through some, difficult times. And Archangel Michael make you feel like you can fight 50 niggas in the club. Like he gives you that that courage. If he feel like that's what it feel like. Kali, I don't work for Kali unless that's if I'm going through like a major change. Like I work with Kali, like you know how when a girl get out of a breakup and she cut her hair to try to make a change, that's what working with Kali would be for me. So if I just like, I don't know, in a relationship or something, and then did it, because relationships are really very intense for me. But I work with Kali if I'm actually trying to destroy an old habit of mine or an old form of thinking. That's like when I'm fed up. I don't work with Kali unless I'm fed up. Like I'm fed up of making the same decisions. I'm fed up of, attracting the same experiences. I use Kali. Kali is like the last resort. Yeah, Papagira is awesome. Like I love Papagira. But yeah, a lot of darker energies. And like I said, when you working with deities, don't put them over yourself. Okay? It's better to invoke I invoke energies instead of evoke them. Evoking the energy is evoking the energy is when you conjure the entity outside of you, right? I like to invoke. I like to let the deities I like to merge myself with the deities. That's invoking. So I take on the characteristics of those deities. That's how I work with them. I invoke them. So they are me. They don't like take over me. I don't get possessed. Although one time I think I went a little overboard in New Orleans. I was working with a darker entity, and almost cost me my friendship because taking in too much dark energy. I was being a diva, but nonetheless, I'm slowly learning to embody Shiva. Yeah, Shiva. I've met somebody who embodies Shiva. Shiva lays good dick though, so that would be a plus. That's the only thing I really know about Shiva. Like Shiva lays good pipe. He's the piper down. You ever work with Anubis? I got Anubis right here. Okay. When I was moving from to Atlanta, his arm kind of broke in my bag. But yeah, I work with Anubis. I keep Anubis around because if I'm doing a new spill and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, or if I'm trying to invoke like for example, if I'm trying to invoke a deity that I've never worked for, then I keep Anubis on an altar because Anubis protects you from spells getting overboard. So that's why I work with Anubis. Anubis is like my protector. Like if I'm scared or if I feel like a spirit that's here, I just imagine like a big Anubis next to me. So yes, I work with Anubis is my protector. Anubis is really the only masculine deity that I work with so far. I haven't really Maybe except for the Goetia. It is one Goetia I have been trying to work with, but I've been procrastinating. But he'll probably be there because I don't know how the Goetia demons work, and I want to make sure that Anubis is there when I do. Okay, because Anubis, this is your protector. Okay. As a nigga in Atlanta, I can't occur. Hey, y'all silly. No, okay. Trust me, I already did my research before I came into Atlanta. I'm already kind of see those Atlanta men, and trust me, I'm very sharp. So I already did my research prior to me coming to Atlanta. Everybody said the same thing in their videos. And besides, like, I be seeing the things that they be trying to do. Like, I don't know, like, you not about to. I don't know. I've given away a couple of the numbers, and I'm only texting one, and the only reason why I'm texting is one because he be giving me money. So, but yeah. Anything else, like, I can't. So trust me, I've been seeing. I know how Atlanta niggas work. Like, I've been peeping. I be peeping, but not me. Can't get me. I'm sorry. It's the home of the fire energy. I can see that. The Phoenix. That's right. Cause the what do you call that? The kind of the unspoken symbol for Atlanta is the Phoenix, which is perfect because I love the Phoenix. I feel like a Phoenix is what I am. You know, I've died a million times and come back completely different. He said, "Can be mad at the finessing." It ain't finessing. It's just like, you like what you see? Okay. This is what you want to be seen with me. This is what it's gonna cost you. If you can't afford it, leave me alone. I can do bad all by myself. He said, "Can't hate the finesse." You silly. Every time I tap in, I get into my zone. I hear helicopters. Has anyone? Yeah, that happened to me one time with the helicopters on an army base. For example, I used to do, it was a beach on base. And every time, like, that's why I stopped recording on that beach, because literally every time I would try to record a video and actually say something of substance, it would be a plane that lands. And I'm just like, it's Tuesday. Like, the hell y'all doing flying so much? Y'all don't fly this much on this day. Like, what are you doing? Because I did some of the reports for the planes coming out. So I'm just like, y'all shouldn't be flying them around this time. So why are you flying? But yeah, that does happen. So yeah, it's just, you know, the matrix or the simulation. Like I said, you're kind of producing a glitch in the simulation because you're not zombie-like and not like everybody else. So it produces a response, or either it'll be somebody interrupts you, or it can be, you know, a disturbance, like I said, with the helicopters, or it could be a disturbance of, I don't know, you might get a phone call. That's happened to me once. Like, if I be trying to like speak some consciousness to somebody, either they'll distract themselves, like their ego will find ways to distract themselves, because it'll be so they're coming into themselves, and you know, the ego doesn't want to die. I've seen that. It's very robotic and it's very weird. Like, they'll have a conversation with you, but then literally like a switch, go back to ego. Very scary. Any book recommendations? It depends on what you want to do. Book recommendations. I always tell y'all the Black Bible of Science by, what's his name? Osai Kamfar. The Black Bible of Science. That's your first book. Depends on what you want to do. Like I said, my books are more, it depends on what you're seeking. But I would say get the Black Bible of Science first. That's like kind of what you want to, you know what? I was going to get that book, Pats with the Devil. I don't know why I didn't do it. Pacts with the Devil. I was going to get that book. I just been procrastinating on getting it. That's all. But yeah, I'm definitely aware of that book. I did a brief, what do you call that? I've been checking out Maya Magic. What's that about? It sounds like manifesting from the heart. Because Maya, oh, Archangel Michael is Maya. So they're the same entity. You can send me that PDF, my brother. Please, holding on the good stuff. Definitely send me that PDF, please. Really appreciate it. But yeah, Maya and Archangel Michael are the same person. High magic. But yeah, so it just depends. It really depends on what you like. I can't give you a book recommendation because I'm a little bit darker than the average person. Like, I even took a quiz. Like, I'm very dark. Like, I'm really, really dark. Very dark. So a lot of my books are dark. So, because I do, really what I do is, form of black magic. Not, like I said, not in an evil way. I don't sacrifice chickens, but I like manifesting in the dark because, it comes faster, you know. That dark energy that you see in the sky, that's where I'm manifesting from. I'm not manifesting from Satan or anybody like that. Satan worships me, okay? I don't ask Satan for shit. Satan comes to me, okay? Satan fears me, okay? So when I be saying, like, I be doing dark magic, I don't mean like that. Or literally, I grab the energy from the ethers, that darkness that you see when you look up at the night sky. That's my source of energy. That's my source of power. From there, you know, that's what I mean when I do dark. You know, this ain't don't Hollywood story it now. Like, I'm mad out be always having to clear that shit up. But no. It seems only in certain movies. I know what you're talking about, Tyrone. Shut up. Leave me alone. I know exactly what you're talking about. You talk about Star Wars. Leave me alone, okay? I shared a very intimate moment, okay, on my live. And I don't appreciate it being thrown back into my face. But Star Wars, that was a good movie. Shit, I cried. I would not lie. That made me cry, okay? Because I think it was just about the integration. Even then, that talks about that last Star Wars movie just talked about integration between the darkness and the light. I think that's why it was very that's why I'm 25. I think that's why it was very emotional for me because and like I said, I like watching movies like that. Like I said, Star Wars is very helpful in terms of, I actually was going to do a dissertation on that. I have some notes written down on it. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. But yeah, I was going to do a video on that, on the last Star Wars movie, because it's just about balancing your lightness and the darkness. And the underdog wins, you know. I like underdog stories. They get me very emotional, like Naruto and, you know, Black Clover, where people make fun of you. You wasn't supposed to be nothing, but then, you know, you end up rising to the top when everybody was against you and stuff. That's like, it's very personal for me. Oh, like I said, I wanted to remind y'all too. What is, I don't know what your issue with you and Ray, but Ray is sweet. She the only person that got a yellow lifesaver. So to me, she the GOAT. If you get a lifesaver that's yellow, never ever ever have seen that. But yeah, Naruto is awesome. I actually was gonna, maybe that should be my next video too. Do a dissertation on Naruto. I've been trying to working on that for like 2 years, but it's just like no way. Could not find the perfect time to do it. But yeah, Naruto is definitely something I want to put on my altar, because Naruto is definitely an energy. Naruto is the solar plexus energy. So like I said, watch all these anime. I watch a lot of anime. If I need to feel spiritually inspired, I watch a lot of anime. I just finished, well, I am finishing a One Punch Man, which is really eye-opening for me because I can relate to kind of One Punch Man. Considering the fact he's the greatest superhero in the world, but he's only what, class B ranked. So it's not about like your ability. Like, I don't know. It's something about in that lesson that's for me. Like I don't know. So, or like Dragon Ball Z. That's really important for me. You know, about your heart being right, light. Yeah, you can watch like One Punch Man. One Punch Man is amazing. Yeah, anime. I've been telling y'all, watch anime. Yes, I do watch Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty. It's more like I watch it when I'm high though. Yes, I did finish the Blood of Zeus. Finished it all. I'm actually kind of upset that I finished it because I was really good and get into it. So, watch Blade of the Immortal. Who live action movie look up for them? Blade of the Immortal. I will definitely watch that. Yes, I've been keeping up with Attack on Titan too. Okay, I'm all caught up. So I watch Attack on Titan every Sunday, and I don't even like sub anime, but I will watch sub anime. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Ronnie Rising. He said One Punch Man is awesome because he can already accomplish anything. He has to redefine what it means for him to be a hero. He has to have a spiritual rationale of his own. That's it. That's like the perfect way I could have described it. Like, I couldn't, like, I be having issues sometimes putting concepts into words, but that's it. It's like, you know, it's really awesome. It's very nice. Altered Carbon season 2. I would definitely check that. Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. That is a classic. Yu Yu Hakusho was out when I was in elementary school. But yeah, a lot of these anime shows, they dedicate themselves to the spiritual side of life. Can't go wrong with it either. I can't tell you how much I've learned from Naruto. I've learned a little bit from One Punch Man. No, I haven't seen Luke Cage. Like, Luke Cage is a coon. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I think I watched maybe 2 episodes, and you know, somebody had called him a nigga. He was just like, "That's not who I am." I'm like, nigga, you don't get your big you don't get your big meathead up. I mean, I don't know. That's why, like, he was just like, "I'm not a nigga." I'm like, bro, shut up. That's kind of what made me stop watching. That was only like episode 2, but I know I probably need to rewatch it. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. I did watch full. I have not watched Full Metal Alchemist yet. I probably will though, because I heard it was very occultic, especially they use sigils and stuff. You can't go wrong with sigils. Like I said, that's why. Now that I got my ring light and stuff. If y'all want to send me some money so I can get some more lingerie, honey. But yeah, that's what my OnlyFans is gonna be about. My OnlyFans is going to be about me. It's gonna be about me teaching how to do magic based on what I know, okay, and also giving some magic tools. All right. So while I do it in lingerie, you might see a titty or two. So be on the lookout on that. But yeah, that's what my OnlyFans is gonna be about. Now that I got my ring light, and I can position it on my altar. Definitely just gonna start off with some candle magic and how to do that. I haven't set it up yet. I haven't even made a content yet. So, but yeah, I wanted to get my ring light first. So I finally got my ring light. Now I can start doing it. It's actually this candle I want to use in the video. And I think I'm gonna at least record the video next week because I need the candle for next week because All-Star Weekend is here in Atlanta next weekend. And you know what that means? That means that's more money for me. So I need this certain candle by next week. I was gonna light it by next week because that's when I need the energy the most. When the week of All-Star Weekend. So I was gonna wait, probably record my first video for my OnlyFans probably Sunday or Monday. And you know, cause that way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can already do my spell that I wanted done for that week. And I can record my first OnlyFans video. Have you watched the first 2 seasons? I watched the first season, like half of the first season with my aunt. But I haven't watched the second season, so no. I watched like the first 6 episodes of the first season. But I didn't finish it. I need to finish it though. It's kind of been in the back of my mind too, so. Surprisingly, I watched Pussy Valley. Yeah, P Valley's a pretty good show. But yeah, so yeah, my first I'm gonna record my first OnlyFans video. Probably Sunday, post it on Monday or something. Probably Sunday. Because I try to do it in correspondence to the numbers on the candle, so I can shit, so I can induce the energy more. Hell. So it's at the 27th to 28th, you know what I'm saying? The 20th. Or I can do it on Friday. I might do it on Friday because it's the 26th on Friday. 26th. That'll be the 8th. Yeah, I'll probably do it on the 26th. Or the 2nd. Oh no, that's April 2nd. Okay, either way, I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's gonna be my first OnlyFans video. So I don't know, this was kind of long-winded, but I am, like I said, once again, happy to be here. Happy to share any information that I have to give at this time. And on top of that, I want to show my face more. Because like I said, I promised y'all I will be more active. So that's my plan that I'm doing. Like I said, there's no excuse now because I don't have, I'm in a bigger space than I was. So I have a lot more freedom to do what I want to do. And I'm no longer tied to the Navy. So that was really in the way of me doing my videos. So now there's no time to waste. Okay, I have no excuse. It's just gonna be it. So with that being said, I do got other stuff to do today, y'all. But I do appreciate y'all for joining me on my live. And till next time. Oh, hit me up for, you know, readings. Share this with somebody. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.